So today's video, we are doing a half sweater nail design. The first thing that I'm doing here is I'm going ahead and laying down my acrylic. I'm using Thailand Plays colored acrylic powder. So now that the acrylic powder is nice and laid, we're gonna go ahead and get into shaping and filing the nail. And this is the finished look now that the nails have been shaped and filed. So now we're gonna get into the design portion of the nail tutorial. So a few things that you're gonna need in order to execute this design is a long striping brush. I believe this brush is a 20mm striping brush that I purchased off Amazon. And I'm also going to be using Young Nails Mission Control gel paint kit. This particular color is called Sonic. So because this design is a half sweater nail, I went ahead and pretty much did a diagonal line through the center of the nail, and then I followed that up with two parallel lines pretty much at the edge of the nail. A 20 or 22mm striping brush is really going to come in handy because these brushes are made specifically for elongated horizontal or vertical lines. It just makes the process just so much more smooth and easier. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to be doing any nail design with any type of lines, to definitely invest in a longer striping brush. So now that I'm satisfied with my lines, I'm going to move on to the next step of this nail tutorial, which is creating these little slants that you see here. So basically all I'm doing is making mini diagonal lines in between these two parallel lines, and I'm trying to make sure it's an even amount of space until I reach that halfway point. So now that that's complete, I'm going to go ahead and draw vertical lines at each end point of the slanted line. But at the beginning of that slanted line, the vertical line is going to be going upwards, and at the ending point, the vertical line is going to be going downwards. And I'm going to repeat that for each slant, and now you can begin to see the pattern really come together. To add a little more detail, I'm going to just be making like mini little tick marks here on the sides in that empty space, as you can see here. Lastly, using my dotting tool, I'm making little dots in between the slants just to add a little bit more detail. Then I will be taking some clear acrylic powder. This is Play's clear acrylic powder, by the way. And I'm just going to be pouring it over the design that I just created, and this is what actually creates that sweater effect. And then I'm going to repeat the same steps with each nail. here's the finished look of this half sweater nail design. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next step, which is adding these snowflake stickers that I purchased from Amazon onto the nail. And what I like about these stickers is that some of them come with the half snowflake, so they just fit perfectly on the nail right there at that halfway mark, as you can see. So I'm just adding these stickers to each nail, and then a few more to just complete the design. And here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this nail tutorial. The links of all the products that were used in this video will be added to the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching.